Like Buffalo Bill and Calamity Jane, Wild Bill Hickok was a real figure of the Wild West, immortalized by his reputation as an infallible gunslinger. Oral histories and newspaper reports have transformed his exploits into legends. Born James Butler Hickok, he became an icon of courage and justice in an era of violence in the frontier. This documentary explores his life, from humble beginnings to heroic deeds to his tragic end. Prepare to immerse yourself in the Wild West, where the law was written with lead and men like him embodied the essence of American adventure. James Butler Hickok was born on May 27, 1837 in Homer, Illinois. He was the fourth of 6 children in a religious abolitionist family. His father, William Alonzo Hickok, transformed the basement of their home into an underground railroad station, helping escaped slaves to freedom. This atmosphere of ideals and courage shaped young James, instilling in him a sense of justice and independence. From an early age, he displayed extraordinary skill with firearms and an unerring aim. But he was also a solitary and thoughtful boy, tormented by a deep moral duty. Raised in an anti-slavery environment, James imbibed values of courage and justice. As a child, he loved adventure, spending hours in the woods practicing with weapons. His extraordinary aim already set him apart, but he was also tormented by a sense of loneliness. These humble beginnings laid the foundation for the man he would become, a legendary gunslinger guided by a strict moral code in a chaotic world. 18, Hickok left his family home to seek his fortune in Kansas, a violent frontier state known for conflicts between anti-slavery and pro-slavery groups, nicknamed Bleeding Kansas. He began working as a coachman, postman, and guide, earning a reputation as a courageous and reliable man. Here, immersed in the tensions of the time, he honed his skills in a hostile environment where survival depended on speed and courage.
In 1858, during a brawl in Monticello, Hickok was involved in an incident that led him to believe he had killed a man. Fearing arrest, he changed his name to Wild Bill and began a new life. This event marked the beginning of his legendary identity as he fled the authorities and embraced a nomadic life on the frontier, where violence was a daily occurrence.
During the American Civil War from 1861 to 1865, Hickok served as a scout, spy, and groom for the Union. The war was an ideal stage for his skills. He operated boldly behind enemy lines. Here, his fame began to spread in military circles, paving the way for his post-war legend. In 1865, in Springfield, Missouri, Hickok faced Davis Tutt in a regulation duel in the square. He killed him with a single shot to the heart from a great distance. It was one of the first documented duels in the West, catapulting his fame and marking the beginning of the mythology surrounding the fastest gunslinger.
In the years that followed, Hickok worked as a sheriff, federal marshal, and detective in cities like Hays City and Abilene. Noted for his impeccable style, long hair, a trim mustache, a black coat, and ivory-handled pistols, he was calm but ruthless. He killed at least 6 or 7 men in regular encounters and was respected for his code, he never shot first.
As a law enforcement officer in Ellsworth and other towns, Hickok was feared and respected. Described as polite and melancholic, yet lethal, he did not seek violence. His poor eyesight made him nervous, but his rigid moral code set him apart from other gunfighters. The press credited him with dozens of kills, amplifying the myth.
Behind the image of a vigilante, Wild Bill was plagued by loneliness and paranoia. He loved poker, but slept with guns under his pillow and sat with his back to the wall. Plagued by worsening eyesight, he lived in constant danger, revealing a human vulnerability beneath the legend.
From 1872 to 1874, Hickok performed in Buffalo Bill's Wild West show in New York. It was a time of fame, but also of hardship for a man accustomed to the frontier. Here, his image was further mythologized, but he preferred solitude to the limelight. In 1876, Hickok married Agnes Thatcher Lake, a widow who owned a traveling circus. The marriage was brief. Shortly thereafter, he left for Deadwood in the Dakota Territories, seeking his fortune in the gold mines. This union revealed a romantic side in an otherwise solitary man.
Hickok reached Deadwood, a gold mining boomtown teeming with adventurers and danger. Here, he hoped for a new life, but his poor eyesight and paranoia made him vulnerable. Deadwood represented the height of Western chaos, where fortunes could change in an instant.
On August 2, 1876, at Saloon Number 10 in Deadwood, Hickok was playing poker. He made the mistake of sitting with his back to the door. He was shot from behind by Jack McCall, a bitter drunk who was claiming a grievance. Hickok died instantly, holding aces and black eights, known as Dead Man's Hand.
McCall was initially acquitted by a makeshift jury, but was then tried and hanged the following year. Hickok's death shocked the West, cementing his legend as a frontier martyr. The Dead Man's Hand became a symbol of bad luck and fate in poker. Wild Bill Hickok became a symbol of the epic Western saga, a tragic hero, an ambivalent avenger, a protagonist of dime novels, films, comics, and legends. He rests in Mount Moriah Cemetery near Calamity Jane, who claimed to have loved him. His myth embodies the ambiguity of an era of honor and brutality. Thanks for following us on the Hidden Drawers of History. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time.